Hello everyone, welcome back to the Strategy Meeples YouTube channel. I am Fortitude
I'm Janie.
and today we'll be doing an over the table game. So it's been a hot minute since I've played over the table, so I'm excited.
Well, we played Horrified. That was only last month, but we used
That
to
is
play all the time. So
Yeah.
comparatively.
But hey, yeah, it's a good change from digital. Digital is really easy. You can just get a game in whenever you want. It's easy to record. But table has its own beauty, you know. You like see all the components. You can flick the dahan.
Well, you can flip the whole board if you get mad.
That's true. And you know
That's kind of the downside. We've never done that.
the traditional thing of Spirit Island where you set up your spirit and then you forget what the setup for your spirit is, so you just have to flip it and drop all your presents.
No, you got to lift it up over your head and like crick your neck.
True. Well,
I'll demonstrate
that's more
next time.
talent than I have. Okay, so let's just jump into the game. I'll be playing River Surges in Sunlight, so we'll be doing the travel aspect.
And I'm just hanging out.
Yeah, Janie is providing her expert opinion.
Nope, just hanging out.
Well, that is expert opinion. So Travel River is an aspect from Jagged Earth. No, it's from one of the promo packs, I believe. But you basically get to move to the Han on any lands that are like connected by your presence, so kind of forming a river. And each land that has 4 or more Dahan automatically becomes your sacred site. And then each of those lands where you have a sacred site is also defend one. Okay, and the defend one will only be in lands where there are 4 Dahan. Like if you make a regular secret site, you won't get that defend one.
Oh, okay.
So that's the rule. And
Can I read it?
Sure. So I've put the presents on the board. I've done so we'll be playing the adversary. Just keep it simple. Brandenburg Prussia level 6. So I've already done this setup. Like there's no recurring things to keep track of. The only thing is the escalation. So we'll be adding a town to a land without towns, basically, every time that stage 2 escalation symbol comes up. And yeah, I mean, this is our setup for the game. Yeah, I've set up the board. If I miss any rules or goof up, let me know, but it's literally a board game. Like every time there is bound to be like a rule or error mistake, so I'm just used to that. So that's one of the things that I like about digital. You just forget all of that, play a game.
What about Tabletop Simulator? Can you do it?
Oh yeah, it's similar to playing on table.
Yeah.
Like you have to do, there's no automation per se.
Oh, but you haven't been doing that as much now that they put the
No.
new Jagged Earth and stuff on.
Right. So let's do the first explore. So jungles and sands, all right. So Janie, do you want to give me I guess I have them. I'll ask you for the Han.
Yeah, I've got Dahan and I've got the tokens and energy. I've got the
Right.
energy over here.
So jungles and sands. Okay, so I'm definitely taking a blight on my F2, I think. And then F1 I want to defend. And F5, and maybe I'm taking a blight on F8 as well.
Mm-hmm.
So let's see how it turns out. So yeah, I basically did my explore. And just to give you all a reference, I'm just using the sheet that I printed online, I believe on Board Game Geek. So again, like it's been a while since I played on the table, so just a reference. So basically the spirit phase, growth, gain energy, choose power cards, then the fast power phase, then the invader phase, slow phase, and then time passes. And this is also printed on the board right here if you haven't checked that
The
out.
Horizons game was really cool, but I miss the Spirit Island phase order on the board. It's not anywhere
Right.
on any of the player aids or anything.
Another thing that is confusing is you always do the setup and then you begin the game of Spirit Island by doing the first explore.
Oh yeah, I always
Like
have to look that up.
that kicks it off.
Yeah.
So there's easy way to remember is there is no Ravage on turn 1, except when you're playing if you're playing like the Blitz scenario or some weird rules.
Mm-hmm.
But the Ravage always happens from turn 2. And easy way to remember that is for the Ravage to happen, the invaders have to build. And they'll be able to build if there's a card on the build spot.
Yeah.
So that needs to be the state of the game in turn 1. Alright, so let's just get into the game. I'm playing on board F. I'm starting in F7. And I'm playing the Travel River aspect. So I'm going to do the standard river opening here of G2. I apologize if you don't see the board or the cards. I'll try to bring the cards up to the camera so that you can see. But I apologize if you don't see the board or like the pieces as well. But just creating an experience of how it looks on the table.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm gonna go bottom with G2.
Boom, boom.
So again, we have these
Oh,
cool
should I do
die
all the,
that I'll use to show what growth option I choose.
Should I do all of the, like, the sound effects? Doom, doom.
Yeah, absolutely.
What else is there? There's a lot of when they're building.
Yeah, Janie will be the audio coordinator for this video, so I'm excited. Okay, so I did my G2. I just grew into F4 and F5. I did not grow into F8 because that's a land where I'll be taking Blight. So I really don't care about. I really don't care. I'll be losing this presence, so I might as well just put it in F4. And then we'll gather some Dahan into F5 and make it a sacred site using the travel river rule. So I can actually move some Dahan, but it doesn't matter because I only have one Dahan here, so I'm not going to use the top part for travel on the river's back. But yeah, that was growth. So looking at the phases, so gain energy. So yeah, we gain 1 energy.
Wait, I didn't follow. Why aren't you gonna use
Move
it?
Dahan?
Yeah.
Because I only have 1 Dahan and I don't want to move it inside. I want to keep it here.
Oh, okay. Because you like to keep your Dahan together?
No, because I'm going to gather more Dahan and get 4 Dahan in my F5 to make
Got
that
it.
a sacred site.
Okay.
So choose power cards. Alright, so I'm just going to do the standard river opening, playing Wash Away and River's Bounty. And both of these are slow power, so it shouldn't matter. So choose power cards. I need to like pay for these, so I am paying. So I gained energy, 1 energy per turn, and then I played these 2 cards. So I need to pay for them, so I'm paying 1 energy for Wash Away. I'll give it to Janie. And then yeah, we go into the fast power phase. So there's literally no fast power. So then we go into the invader phase, and I just realized I forgot to put Blight on the blighted card, so let me do that. I believe it's 2 per player, and then per the new rules you have to add 1 more Blight. That's the only part of setup that I missed. So here we go, we have 3 Blight on the Blight card. That might come off faster than you guys think into Prussia 6. Okay, so we have Blight on the Blight card. Nothing happens, it's not blighted yet. The events, so the first event of the game is always skipped. Again, that is per the rules. So, oh, it's Slave Rebellion, that's funny. So I'll discard another one. Slave Rebellion is specifically for France, so it shouldn't be in the deck for Prussia. Okay, so we discard this Visions Out of Time, so it's turn 1, so we don't use this event. Then we do the fear effects. We do not have any fear cards. Ravage, so build. So let's build in jungles and sand. So this disease is eaten up. I'll give it to Janie. Here we add a town. So we add a town in F1. And then we add a town in F5. And then we build a city in F8. So the
I think it stings more to build a city when you have to put it out yourself.
Oh yeah, the pain is real. So we did the builds. Let's do the explore. It's a level 2, so this is also going to trigger a stage 2 escalation, and it is mountains. I think I have to put the town out before, so I'm just gonna go ahead and put it in my F2. It has to be in a land without towns, and then I'm just going to explore in the mountains, basically putting one explorer in each of those lands, like this and this, and then this moves forward. Okay, and then we advance the invader cards, and then we are in the slow power phase. So let's do the stuff. So I'm going to use River's Bounty. So gather up to 2 Dahan. I am going to gather. This is an interesting decision. I could let the Dahan trade on F1, and that will put me very far ahead if I take care of both my mountain explorers. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to gather these 2 Dahan from F6 into F5. like this. And then this card says gather up to 2 Dahan. If there are now at least 2 Dahan, add a Dahan and gain an energy.
Beautiful.
So do you want to give me a Dahan and an energy, babe? Okay, so we add a Dahan.
Next time we have to make these closer.
Yeah. And we gain an energy. How about it?
Sounds good to me.
And then we have wash away. So this is interesting. And oh, I forgot to say we also hit the first tier of our innate. So I'm going to show that by just putting this triangle, use this as a pointer to show me where it's pointing.
Oh.
So basically we have the 1 sun
You
and
could
2
also
water.
make it the one pointing up.
True. And another thing to note is this has now become a sacred site because of Travel River. So it has 4 or more Dahan, so it's considered a sacred site. And this land always has defend 1
Yeah.
till those Dahan, I guess, move or something happens to them. So this land always has a defend 1. I'm just showing that with a die. Cool.
I put all Capel's dice on the ones and the highest number. That way he can have a spicy game.
Thank you, Beam.
You're welcome.
So we need to determine how I need to deal with this land. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to use our massive flooding innate, push 1 explorer or town. So I'm just going to go ahead and push this explorer into the coast, into F2. And then I am going to use wash away. I can push up to 3 explorers or towns. I'm trying to see how I want to do this. Like, do I just want to completely... I'll actually let the ravage happen here. So I'll use this to only push 1 explorer. And I'll just go ahead and push you over here. So now there's a town doing 2 damage, but it's defended for 1. So hopefully it's fine.
We'll see.
Hopefully
We'll see.
the events don't screw us up. But yeah, that is slow phase. So let's go to the next phase, which is time passes. So discard all power cards. So these are all discarded that we played. I'll just keep the right side as the discard. Damage and elements go away. All right, and we go back into the spirit phase. So let's do a G2 again. So I'm gonna double grow.
Do you have an extra copy of that player aid?
There's one on the. You can hold on to it.
Okay.
I don't need it. So I can double grow. I'm trying to see how I want to do this. I think I'll put 1 presence in the wetlands on F3, and the other presence I'm going to put in F6 over here. And now these Dahan can move like anywhere on the island I want to. I'm just trying to see where I want to make a sacred site. Unfortunately, like these Dahan are going to die. Like one of them is going to die. So I think it's still fine. I'll just let that trade, but then it means that we are taking 3 blight on the first turn and going blighted. So I'm just trying to see if that.
Why? Wait, jungles. Oh, I thought it was.
You know what? Let's not go blighted. Let me put this presence over here. Let me put this presence over here, and then we will just move this Dahan over here. So I can move 2 Dahan. So I'll move 1 Dahan over here, and I'll move this 1 Dahan over here. And the reason behind that is I wanna pull 2 Dahan into my F4 and make this a sacred site if I want to.
Next turn.
Yeah.
So moving this presence, why did that become? So you're going to be able to defend it?
No, so I was thinking about, so I'll tell you my plan. I'll explain it to you. But I basically unlocked the reclaim 1 spot.
yeah.
So I'm going to reclaim reverse bounty, our 0 cost card. So it goes into my hand. So I did the growth. I moved the Dahan. This is still a sacred site. So this is defend 1. And then I will do gain energy. So I gain 1 energy. And then choose power card. So I'm basically have 3 power cards to play, and I'm going to play all 3 of them. So these are the 3 cards I play. Boon of Vigor, Flash Floods, and Reverse Bounty. I have to pay 2 energy for these, so here's 2 energy. So I'll put it back. And then we go into the fast power phase. So here's the plan. Here's what I was thinking. I was going to use Flash Floods, which does 1 damage on inlands, and if it's a coastal lands, it does 2 damage basically. So I was going to use it to stop the build on this mountain.
Oh, okay.
But what I decided to do, and just take 3 blight, like let this land trade, but I decided to just kill this town with it, and then hopefully.
But you didn't have to move your presence for that, right? Because this is just 1 away and you were 1 away?
No, I wanted to move the Han from here into this land.
And that can only be among your lands?
Yeah.
Oh, because you're a river.
Right, that's from the travel aspect.
Got it.
So it has to be connected with my presence to form a river. Okay, so I've played these. Let's do the fast power phase. So yeah, I'll play Flash Floods. So doing 2 damage on the coast. So I'll take out this town. And that generates our first sphere of the game. Nice. Okay. And then Boon of Vigor in a multiplayer game, it can give out a lot of energy. I'm just going to use it on myself. That is solo rules. Why not? So I will take that energy. And then I did my powers. So basically we go into... Oh, and just to show, we have hit like the 2nd tier of our innate, because we have the 2 sun and we have 3 water. We basically have like 3 sun and 3 water. So we have hit the 2nd tier. So we go into Blighted Island effects, the invader phase basically. So its island isn't blighted yet. Event card. So let's see. First event of the game is Years of Little Rain.
Yeah!
Woohoo! Oh man.
That doesn't sound good, but...
Okay. So it's basically a terrible drought parches the island. So I can either do the top or the bottom. And I think I'm going to do the bottom because it says 4 energy per player aided by water. So I already have 3 water in play. So I just need... I either forget my wash away or I just pay 1 energy that I got from Boon of Vigor. So I'm just going to pay that 1 energy.
Oh, could you not discard a card?
No, it has
you
to
don't
be
have
in my
anything in
hand.
hand.
Yeah. So the only way I could pay for it is if I forget one of these cards, which I don't want to.
No.
So I paid
it's
that
river.
energy. So now we have 4 water. And we can add a presence to one of their lands with the Han. I'm going to go for top. So now I have unlocked the 2 energy spot. And I can add it to one of my lands with the Han. So I'm just going to put it over here. So this land is now a sacred site.
Oh, that works out.
So now I didn't have to move to the Han there. But hey, it works out. Then each beast deals 2 damage. Remove any tokens that destroy. So nothing happens. This land is empty. During Ravage, oh, hey, look at that. So this could have saved us too. But during Ravage, in every land, defend 1 per the Han in that land.
Oh, nice.
That was a really good event for us. But that basically means that this land is defended for 1 and this land is now defended for like 5.
3? Oh, for Han.
Yeah, so that's 4 and then 1 with the travel river rule, and then yeah. Okay, so we did the events. Fear cards, we haven't turned any. Ravage, let's do the Ravage. So the first blight of the game comes off in
Yikes.
F2. The second blight of the game comes off into F8. This explorer is destroyed. This town is destroyed during the Ravage.
Are you sure? I don't know.
Yeah, it's a little suspect.
Let's count that up again.
And then we build in the mountains. So we add a town. And I'm really well, it's a stage 2, okay. Let's see what the explorer is. You ready, Janie?
Oh yeah. Stage 2.
So it is wetlands. Okay, that's actually pretty good for us.
With an escalation.
You're right. Janie is keeping me honest. Here. Thought I could get away with it. But yeah, I'm just going to throw this town. Now here's the funny thing. Since I put to the Han, I can still put this town in here and it's going to die. Because if I pull into the Han, this will become a sacred site and defend 1. So that's the benefit of Travel River. You can just passively throw out a defend 1. Okay, so explore into the wetland. So explore here. And we will explore here. Man, this game has been really nice to us. Like it's
It's
welcoming
early.
me
It's
back
early.
to the table. It's like you have played too much on digital. You should come back to the table. Okay, so the wetlands explore, and then advance and made a card. So we did that slow power phase. Okay, so I'm gonna do reverse bounty. So gather up to 2 Dahan, and now if there are at least 2 Dahan, add a Dahan and gain an energy. So I'm going to gather these 2 Dahan here. 1, 2, and then I can add a Dahan here. So I have 5 Dahan in this land. Nice. And I basically gain an energy. I'm thinking if I want to gather that many, you know what I'll do instead is I'll just gather 1 Dahan and then add a Dahan, and then this Dahan we'll leave here.
Beautiful.
And the only reason I want to do that is now I can move this Dahan here, and that will become a sacred site. And this land was already a sacred site, but now with this travel sacred site, it's going to passively give me a different one. So that goes a long way. So that was that. Oh, and let's do our slow power, I guess. Our innate power, I mean. So we can do 2 damage and push up to 3 explorers or towns.
Oh, nice.
So here's the thing. I could stop this entire cycle from happening, or I could go ahead and target this land and stop that build from happening. I think...
But aren't you not next to a sacred site anymore in land number 6?
I'm going in the next phase in the fast. I'm going to move this Dahan here, and it's going to become a sacred site.
But for this, don't you need it to be 1 away from a sacred site?
Janie is so right, isn't she?
I don't know what order.
Yeah. The order is up to me, so I can technically do that first.
Yeah, because the first thing you did was
Right.
this.
Right.
So you would do that and then...
Correct.
Okay.
So Janie is right. So I will do my massive flooding first when this was a sacred site. So doing 2 damage.
But you still didn't decide if you were doing that or you're doing land 3, right? Or did you already
No, I
decide?
decided I'll
Okay.
do this. Let's keep the blight low for sake of
For the moment.
thing. And I already have a presence there, so I can always move the Han into that land. Something to remember.
Yeah.
And then I moved the Dahan. I gathered the Dahan with reverse bounty. There were 2 Dahan. I gathered 1, added 1, and it became a sacred site. Okay, so there we go. So now we discard all these cards.
Bada bing, bada boom.
Damage and elements go away, and we go back into spirit phase. Alright, so I am going to choose to do a reclaim. So let's reclaim. I'm gonna get 1 energy.
Oh boy, you get to pick a card. It's not that exciting with River because you're not going to play it. That's okay.
Gain a power card. So I'm going to gain 4 minors.
No, babe, you just gained 1.
Okay, are you all ready? You ready, babe?
I'm ready.
Come on.
I nodded.
Oh, look at that. Beautiful. Defend. Encompassing word. Defend. Gift of Twine Days. Broken. Twilight Fog brings madness. Broken. Okay, so yeah. Yeah, these are interesting choices. Encompassing word has like perfect elements for River.
So does Twilight.
Twilight Fog is a great card. It doesn't have the earth, but it's still 0 cost. Like it's adding strife, so that always goes a long way. I'm actually inclined towards favor because it has defend 4,
That's nice.
which is the closest to defend 5.
Yeah.
I can show you
But this
why
is
that
perfect
matters.
elements.
But it's only defend 2.
That's true.
So defend 4 is better than defend 2, and I can always have a portable sacred site with the travel river aspect. So this is the card I'm gonna gain.
Wow, you pick so
And
fast.
discard it over there. They
You
were
have
all
such
good cards.
choices.
And then I'm gonna reclaim my hand. So I have 5 cards in hand. And then I already gained this energy. So we did our growth. So let's gain energy. So I'm gonna gain 2 more energy. So I'll just gain 4. So I'll take a 3 and put back a 1. So I have 4 energy in hand. So choose power card. So this is the thing. Like this turn, I am just going to play reverse bounty. And then next turn I'm going to reclaim it. And then I'm going to play 5 cards. So that's all I'm going to do. I could alternatively play Flash Floods just because we have unlocked the top energy here. But I think we'll just make more Dhan and have fun. What do you think?
Sure.
Let's do it. Okay. So before I do that, actually, I am gonna move this Dhan here with the travel river aspect. So this becomes a sacred site, and it's giving me a permanent defend 1 in that land. Okay. So we choose our power card. We did our growth, gain energy, choose power card. So fast power phase, so nothing happens. Invader phase, so blighted island. Island isn't blighted yet. Event card, let's see. Okay, it's still a healthy island, so add an explorer to a land with blight.
You can handle that.
Yeah, I would say so. I will just go ahead and add it on the coast.
Are you gonna do some massive flooding there, you think?
And then look at that. Look at the beauty of this event. It's saying push up to 2 explorers or 1 town from a land with beast. So that stops the build in the wetlands.
Very nice.
Just push it over here. Nice. Then in each land with towns or cities, 1 damage per Dhan. Then each surviving town or city deals 1 damage. So basically this is the only land, so this dies. So it doesn't even live to see the ravage.
Nice.
So that gives us 1 entire fear card. And then all of these guys move back up. Man, these events are like cherry picked. I swear I shuffled them. Yeah, and we did
When
not
did you
hit.
shuffle them? Did you shuffle them and then stack the deck?
Good question. No, I shuffled them right before the game. Alright, so what was that? The event. So fear card. So yeah, we got the first fear card of the game. It's still terror level 1. So chooses a different land with Dhan, 1 damage there. Okay. Well, our Dhan lands are empty, so it does nothing. That's
Still
fine.
good. Still feels good.
Can't complain too much.
Yeah.
So that was the fear. So let's do the ravage. So ravage happens in mountains. Nothing happens. Build in the wetlands. So we are adding another city, which is not ideal, but hey, that's okay.
At least it's coastal.
That's true. And then we do our explore, and it is coast. Oh man.
Oh, this is a
Brutal.
challenge.
Brutal.
Babe, can you handle this?
Of course I can. So we will throw you here. We will throw you here. We will throw you here. There's no escalation, so there is no escalation that happens. We'll move these guys along. Actually, not a bad thing that it's the coast. Oh, our cat Dosa is on the table, so we have to be careful because he is always.
I wish he would get in the frame and before I take him off, because I think I will have to get him. But we'll see. Sometimes he just
Yeah.
wants to watch.
Okay, so we did the explore. I moved the invader cards.
We used to move the cat tower right next to the table when we played
Yeah.
board games, and he wouldn't mess with anything because he could watch.
Dosa here, say hi to the camera. Yeah. Oh boy, he's coming close to the spirit panel, y'all. We've got like
It's better than the board. I can get him.
We've got a sunbright whirlwind on the table. He actually has the same color as Sunbright.
Yeah.
And he leaves behind a lot of fur. Okay. So moving along, we did the explore, advance, slow power phase. Okay. So reverse bounty. So here's what I'm gonna do. I'm going to gather 2 Dhan into this land, and then basically add a Dhan. And then that's going to give me 1 energy. And now this is no longer a travel sacred site, but it's a regular sacred site.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and that is my turn. So then I discard this guy. And then everything resets. So we go into growth again. So I'm going to do my G2 again. G2 this turn. Grow up to 5 plays. I'm going to reclaim reverse bounty from this spot. Where do I put these guys? So I will throw one guy over here. Just make a sacred site there. And I will throw 1 guy over here. I'll actually just put 1 guy over here. I want that sacred site at all costs, so I'll just keep it there. And then I will use the travel rule to move to Dhan. So I'm going to move. I'll actually move you here, and I will go ahead and move you here. So this is still a sacred site, and this now becomes a travel sacred site. So it's giving us defend 1. And
That's
then we will go ahead and play these 5 cards, basically all the cards in hand. Okay. Oh, I have to gain energy, don't I? So I gain 2 energy. It's 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So that's 3. Okay, I have to pay 2, 3, 4. So, okay. Pay the 4 energy. Alright. And then, yeah, this is our power curve, right? Everything happens at this moment.
Those 5 happy guys. The Han in the middle of the board.
So we choose power cards, paid for them. Let's do the fast phase. So Boon of Vigor. I'm just going to take this energy because it's not going to matter. Flash Flood. So this is interesting. So I could do Flash Floods here. It's doing 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 damage, but I'm only defending it for 5. It's not ideal, but I think it's fine. I'm okay to take a Blight here if I have to. So I'm going to do Flash Floods in this land, doing 1 damage to the city. Actually, I think I'm supposed to put it like this. So now it shows that it has 2 health. It's pretty cool. Like basically when the city takes damage, you put it like this to show that it has 2 health. And then when it takes 1 more damage, you put it like this to show that it's 1 health, and then it dies. Something to remember, like shouldn't matter though. And then we'll just take out 1 explorer. So these were too fast, and then I'll also do favor. So defend 4 and then push a blight. So I'll do it here. So this now becomes a defend 5. We'll take a blight here, but that land should clear out. Alright, so Dosa is completely covering the guide. Let me see. Let's maybe get him. Yeah, usually if it's like a smaller board game, he'll just sit in the box and he'll be a happy, jolly fellow.
He did pretty good for a while.
Yeah, his sister Lentil doesn't like to be on the table as much, except when she's like biting Janie. Okay, so I played the fast. Let's go into the invader phase. So we are still not blighted. Events, let's do the event. Okay, explore actions, add 1 explorer to lands without towns and cities. Okay, so we'll remember that. So the way I'll remind myself is just I'll put a die here to tell myself that this is in play. And on each board, add a beast to a land without towns, cities, or blight. Okay. So I'm just going to throw a beast in here on F6. Town, cities, or blight. Okay, then gather 1 or 2 Dahan into land without Dahan setup symbols. Gather 1 or 2 Dahan into land without Dahan setup symbols. I think I am just going to go ahead and gather 1 Dahan here. Yeah, that's fine. The beast to land without town, cities. Town, cities, or blight. Okay, so that's fine. We'll remember the top part for the event. Fear cards. We don't have any more fear cards that we earned, so it's the fear discard. Okay, so let's do the Ravage. So Ravage happens in wetland. So this is nothing happens here, but we do take a blight here. So this is 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. It's only defended 5. So I lose a Dahan. Our first Dahan casualty. The last blight comes off the healthy island. We lose our presence as well. So this is destroyed presence. We have to flip the blight card. Okay, a pall upon the island. Immediately on each board, destroy one presence and remove 1 town.
Oof.
Okay, we will do that. Destroy 1 presence. I'll just go ahead and destroy this guy from my F7 and then remove 1 town. Sure. Let's remove you. It's remove, not destroy, so I don't get the fear from it. And then it's 3 blight per player. So the game will be over before any of those blight come off.
Yeah, it's looking nice over here. You just have land 8.
Right. I read somewhere they're going to change the art for the blight, or the these things for the blight card. I mean the blight markers, and that's looking forward to seeing how it looks.
Yeah.
Oh, and these three, the hand do 6 damage. So 3, 4, 5, 6. Actually, now that you say that, I am not going to remove this down. Sorry, I'm not going to remove this down. I will instead remove this down so that this land completely clears. That's from the blight card. So now it's 3, 4, 5, and I'm doing 6 damage. So all of this is destroyed. First city destruction. So that gives us 2 fear. So that was the Ravage. Let's do the build. So builds happen in the coastal lands. So we basically build a town here and a town here. And then we do the explore. And we need to remember this event card that says explore actions at +1 to lands without towns or cities. So let's see what the explore is. It's sands and wetlands. So this land only gets 1. This land gets 2.
Why?
Because of this event card.
Oh, okay.
This land gets 2. And I can tell you right away that we have already won the game. I'll show you in a second why. Because this is the perfect layout. I'll push everything out from here, push everything out from here. The game will be over.
Yeehaw, partners.
Oh yeah. So sands and wetlands, we did that. Explore, advance, and made cards. Okay, slow phase. So this is the fun part. I lost my secret site here, so I unfortunately lose the travel the Han effect, but that's fine. So I'm going to do wash away, push up to 3 explorers or towns, pushing all of these guys from F1 into F2. Then let's do our massive flooding. By the way, we did hit our threshold, the final tier, by playing these cards. So 2 damage to each invader. So this land is completely wiped out. So taking out the explorers first.
Beautiful.
Then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we basically generate 5 fear. So 1, 2. So that's 1 fear card. 3, 4, 5. Okay, so making some progress, and all of this is gone.
Nice.
Okay, so slow power. Okay, I have River's Bounty 2 actually to do stuff if I want. I think I will just gather 1 Dahan from here.
What is your plan in Land 3 for the Ravage this turn?
I can defend it with this guy.
Sorry.
Okay.
I think we have to fix this.
There we go.
Here, I'll move a little away.
Yeah, setup is a little finicky. It's not attached to the table. It's just like a tripod. So whenever we go in for a hug, it shakes the tripod. Okay, so that's basically the slow phase. We discard everything. We did play River's Bounty. Everything is discarded. Damage and elemental markers go away. This defend goes away. And let's do a reclaim. So reclaims, I'll gain a power energy first before I forget. I'll reclaim all these cards. I will go ahead and gain a power card, sure.
I bet you don't use it.
I probably do not need it, but
Maybe it would be
Let's see.
something cool.
Sunset's Fire, Gnawing Root Biters, Gold's Allure, and Purifying Flame. Definitely do not need any of these. Sunset's Fire is interesting, so I'm going to grab that. It can do a damage and slow, which can go a long way with our massive flooding sometimes. So that's what I'm going to grab. Not going to play it though. Don't need it. So we did our growth. I can move some Dahan around if I want, but I am not going to. That's fine. the way it looks.
You don't want to do. Why wouldn't you want to have like a sacred site and a defend one in land 3?
Because I don't have a presence there, so I cannot move the Han there.
Oh.
So it's not connected to my presence with the presence.
But you did move them into there last turn with the.
My presence died during the Ravage because we got a.
Oh,
blight.
no. You used a slow power. And moved them out.
Yeah. I used Reverse Bounty to gather them. Okay, so growth. I think I did gain energy, choose power card. So these are the guys I want to play. Basically the same exact hand. He had last turn. I need to pay for it. So that's 2, 3, 4 energy. So sure, I'll pay for energy. I think I gained energy, I'm not sure, shouldn't matter. Fast power phase, okay, so Boon of Vigor, I'll just go ahead and gain 1 energy because that's what I've been doing. I'll use Flash Floods and I'm going to use it to do 1 damage to this city. And I only do 1 damage because it's inland.
Right.
And then I use Favors to defend 4 in this land. I have a Sacred Site so I can target it. And I can actually push the blight with it too. So I mean, sure, I'll do it. I'll push the blight. Something I just realized, I do hit the bottom fear threshold for it.
Oh, nice.
I didn't do it last turn, but that's okay. I'll do it now. So that gives me a fear, generates another fear card, takes us into terror level 2. So basically,
Yoo-hoo.
if I don't have any buildings on the board, towns or cities, I win. And yeah, and then these fear markers go up. Okay, that was fast phase. So invader phase, so blighted island effect, nothing happens. Event card, it's a blighted island, so each spirit chooses independently to forget 1 power card or lose 2 energy and destroy 1 presence. I think I'm just gonna go ahead and forget Sunset's Fire Flow. I don't think I need it. And then destroy 2 beasts, 2 explorers among land with beasts. Beautiful. This land clears out. Each spirit with at least 3 Dahan among its lands gains 1 energy and may reclaim 1 card. So that just gives me an energy. Okay. So that was the event. We do the fear effect. So we have 2 fear cards. It's terror level 2 now, so pushes 3 explorers or towns from a land not matching a build card. Pushes up to, so it's up to, so I'm not going to push anything. I think they are fine where they are. From a land not matching a build card, okay. And the second fear marker at terror level 2 removes 1 explorer and 1 town from a land with beast, or 1 explorer from a land adjacent to beast. So just remove 1 explorer. And then so we did the fear. Now we do the Ravage. So Ravage is in the coast. So it's defended 4. So these 2 guys die. We do not generate any fear. And hey, there's only 1 land left.
Yeah.
For the build, so we add a town. No other land has invaders, and then we do another stage 3 explore, which is mountains and wetlands. That is fine. And none of this should matter because what we will do in the slow phase, so we enter the slow phase, I am basically just going to do wash away. It's not even needed, but we'll do it. Pushing this guy into here. I'll do reverse bounty just to get some more Dahan. I'll do it in this land. So I don't even need to gather, like there's already 2. So I'm just going to add Dahan and gain an energy. And this becomes like a passive defend 1 now. If I can find it.
And in Spirit Island, you win as soon as the win conditions are met, right? There's no
Right.
like waiting for a.
Nope, that is
Nice.
correct. So finally, we do hit the third threshold of our innate of massive flooding. So 2 damage to each invader, basically kills all of this. I'm not even going to count the fear because we just win, and there's no buildings on the board, and that's the
GG.
win condition for terror level 2.
Take that, Brandenburg, Prussia.
Basically, yeah, not having any buildings, towns, or cities on the board. That was game. Thanks for joining, Janie.
Yeah. I feel like I can follow along a little better on the board than on the screen because I'm seeing you get everything out.
Right.
Versus on the screen, everything just appears. And I'm like, oh no, looks bad.
Yep.
Where did that come from? Seems a lot harder to play with these guys on the board, though. Like, just one more thing to keep
Yeah,
track
well,
of.
Prussia is like easy. Like you just have to remember. You just
It's
do
mostly
the
set
setup
up.
thing.
Yeah.
Everything is set up, and then you remember the escalations. Which thank you for reminding me. But other adversaries like England, Habsburg, or Russia, like you have to keep track of things.
Yeah.
So then, yeah. You really need to. One of the tips. I'm planning to make like a video. I have like this idea about how to top 5 ways to get better at Spirit Island. I might do it someday. But one of the things I want to talk about in that video is how important it is to understand like every single level of the. Okay, let me move Dosa. As you can see, Dosa is here. I just realized that I did goof up, but it shouldn't matter for the way the game turned out.
Oh, yeah.
But I goofed up because I did not add an extra fear card.
Oh.
So there should have been one more fear before terror level 2, but it probably shouldn't. I don't think it mattered because these fear cards were wasted. But
You won by reaching tier level 2. Oh, but you didn't
right.
use the fear cards before you
right.
got it.
But yeah, that's the only thing I missed, I guess. Hey, that's tradition, right? You gotta miss something.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's the video. This is Dosa. I'm gonna pet him. He's waiting to see if he can eat some dahan. Gonna make sure he didn't eat any. Okay, I don't think he did. Okay.
He didn't
He's
eat
the
any.
real invader here. Y'all.
He is very bad about eating things, though. He almost, we were worried about him because he ate some Christmas ribbon. Oh, I didn't tell you I bought a balloon for Casey at the dollar store, and then I didn't bring it home. I gave it away to a friend because I remember he ate the ribbon from that last time too. Poor guy.
Dosa loves eating Casey's random things and then he throws them out. Dosa, he's a good boy.
Both our cats are good kitties. Wendell's sleeping.
Oh yes.
She's so peaceful.
Dosa, look here. Okay, maybe I'll use this as the thumbnail.
Say cheese, Dosa.
Okay. Well, thank you all for joining. I'm glad this turned out well and we might do it again.
Yeah. Ciao.
Bye. Have
Hasta la
a
pasta.
great morning or evening.
Absolutely.
Okay,
Catch you
see
next
you guys.
time.
Bye.
Bye.